DxO PhotoLab 5 now supports Fujifilm X-Trans RAW files, and by far it is the best I've seen in terms of demosaicing and noise reduction for Fujifilm X-Trans RAW files. It took this low light church photo from this to this. So right off the bat, I will tell you that DxO did sponsor this video, but they didn't ask me to say anything specific or require me to say anything positive about the software itself. All they asked is for me to try it out and share my honest take about DxO PhotoLab 5 now that it has beta support for Fujifilm X-Trans RAW files. For me, my main goal was to see if DxO PhotoLab 5 Elite was going to be a worthy option to integrate into my wedding workflow, specifically for high ISO Fujifilm RAW processing, because Lightroom just isn't that great at it. So without further ado, let's jump into the software and check it out. As you'll notice as we open up DxO PhotoLab, it basically comprises of kind of like a photo library similar to Lightroom, but it's actually kind of like Windows Explorer or Finder, like a navigator here that's going through your folders and file system. So you can pull up, for example, if I navigate to this wedding right here, it pulls up all the files, and it's going to prompt me to install DxO optics for specific lens and camera combination. So let's just do that real quick. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. All right, so it's got all those things installed, and I guess it's going to be able to process things optically as well as demosaicing. So for example, let's just try this photo right here, and then we're going to go to customize, and this is kind of like the editing area. And I will be honest that I actually haven't played around with this software too much, but it's very intuitive for me to figure out. Like this panel right here is going to be more about like the traditional exposure and all that good stuff, but what I'm really interested is seeing kind of like the detail section. So going into the demosaicing to see how well it does to get rid of high ISO kind of noise and all that good stuff. So this particular image was shot at ISO 1250, which is not a lot, but trust me, we're going to go into some higher ISO images later. But I just wanted to show you kind of a tour of how everything works. Basically, what you can do is you can go into here and apply the deep prime setting, which is going to be kind of like the machine learning demosaicing and noise reduction, when it does pretty awesome. So if we see right here, it's going to look at the details up at the top of the church here, and then we apply the deep prime demosaicing right here. But what's really going to be interesting is how this works for a high ISO file, like 6400 or so, right? And I wanted to use this kind of transition point to tell you that I actually don't like using it within navigating within the software, but what's awesome is that DxO PhotoLab 5 can be installed and is installed as a plugin for Lightroom. So I actually pre-selected 4 images that I thought would be a good example to try out. So I have this photo from a wedding that's already edited, ISO 6400, shot with the 50 to 140 at 2.8. It was a low light church wedding. This is pushing my limit for shutter speed to get still very sharp photos for motion blur. So 1/160th of a second. And as we can zoom in, it is not that great of a photo. Like you can't really see her eyelashes. It looks pretty smudgy. When you zoom in 1:1, it's just not that great. So what we're going to do is go into File and then plug in extras and transfer to DxO PhotoLab 5. And then what I can do is transfer it over to DxO PhotoLab 5. And then basically you're just going to kind of preview everything within this little window. This is going to be, well, let's focus in just right on the eye. And then so this is kind of without any of the processing at all. So we're going to turn that off. This is their high quality kind of version. And then let's go with deep prime and see how that does. So right off the bat, it's looking pretty crazy because you can get all that detail back in the eyelash. So here, and then let's try seeing how it looks like on her lips. And it clears, look how much it clears that up. So going from here to here. And then let's just apply a little bit of lens sharpness, just a tad. And then what I'm going to do is actually export this back into Lightroom as a DNG. So this is going to be able to save everything as a DNG so I can sync my edits back as a raw file and basically just do only the denoising and optical corrections only. So I think this is pretty amazing. Lets me use my color processing for Lightroom and all that good stuff without having to reduce kind of like the awesomeness that is the Deep Prime technology. So let's export that. So here we go. So here is the photo. And let's put this back in the quick collection just so we can compare it next to each other. And what I'm going to do is sync my edit so that the colors are all exactly the same. And then what I'm going to do is not sync the details. So not the sharpening, not the luminance, all the good stuff, or noise reductions. We're just going to sync only these things, and then we can sync the crop. Then what I'm going to do is compare these two. And now what we can do is we can look at 1:1 and see the difference. So look at that. This is ISO 6400. This is with Deep Prime technology, noise reduction. And this is with Lightroom at, let's see what the settings are. Let's actually increase this to like say 20. 20 noise reduction. And then let's apply the masking as I typically do. And we go back here. Look at that. Like it's like pretty much night and day the clarity that you can get with Deep Prime technology on DxO PhotoLab 5 and still keep this within Lightroom. Like it's pretty dang amazing. Going to make sure I have those to export. Let's try another one. So ISO 6400 for this church photo right here. So pretty messy here. Let's see if we can recover some of these details back into this, the church details. We're going to go to File, Plug in Extras, transfer to DxO PhotoLab 5, pull up DxO PhotoLab 5, and then we're just going to do our handy dandy, turn this on right here. Then we're going to probably drag this right here so I can see what they look like here, and then go to Deep Prime, and it should recover some of those good details back. Put 20. I don't really know what the best setting is for this. I got to experiment. Still new to this, but so far the impact of how much raw power this is putting back in the quality it's putting back into the photo is pretty amazing. So export to Lightroom. We're going to select just the denoise and optical correction. Click export. Wait for that to load. So now let's check this out. We're going to go put it back into quick collection. Scroll to the top. And then I'm going to sync these settings over. Same thing, sync everything without the sharpening, noise reduction, or anything like that. Sync that over. And let's see what the results are. So this is going to be the Lightroom version, and this is going to be the DxO version. So we're going to zoom in here. Look at that. It's pretty amazing. I mean, like, it doesn't seem like there's a lot of detail, but this is pure like smudginess right here for this photo. And here you can start resolving some of the facial features back again. So it's, again, night and day, like how much clarity and even the color that you get back for what DxO Lab is rendering. So let's do a couple more examples. For this one, here's another wedding photo. This is the very dimly lit like hotel kind of elevator shaft that we did a kind of makeshift dress photo. I just want to see if it's going to be able to resolve these details back. Look at that worminess from Lightroom. Lots and lots of Lightroom worms. So let's see if we put this into DxO PhotoLab, what it's going to do. So here I'm going to go in and turn on the denoising and go to Deep Prime. Wow, look at that. You can just see the noise difference between the frame and the wall right here. So we're going to export this to Lightroom, let that load again. All right, so we got this here, and this actually doesn't have any edits added to it. So we're going to go here and click C for compare. So we have all this messiness right here. And then now we look at with Deep Prime applied, we pretty much have similar detailing just without all this wormy business. look at the difference there. It's pretty amazing. So for this last photo, what we're going to do is edit kind of a personal photo, just a photo that you would take. Like, this is actually pretty bad lighting. It's not that great, but it's shot at ISO 12,800 because I had to do what I had to do, and we're going to see how it's going to do getting some of these details back here. So right here, plug in extras, transfer to DxO PhotoLab 5, move this over here onto his eye, and then we're going to play deep prime, do whatever the auto setting is, which is 40, which seems like it likes to do. And then now we're going to export back into Lightroom. And then now we got this photo. So we're press B, get it in the quick collection, going back up here, and we're going to compare 1-to-1. We're going to zoom in right here, and then zoom in right here. You can see how much more clean it is. Let's look at his hair right here. So look at the difference here. Obviously it's a little bit darker, so we can, how about we apply this preset and just bring up the exposure a little bit. And let's compare these. So similar edits between both, just my preset, and this one has no deep prime. This one has it. The difference is pretty amazing. Like, you can see the difference here. There's a lot more clarity. Obviously, it's a little bit softer, so you can always dial in the deep prime levels differently depending on your taste. You can bring it. I've been using setting 40. You can bring it down to 20 with different types of results. But if you're looking for some type of high ISO noise reduction solution, kind of sharpening solution that still lets you stay within Lightroom, there have been options such as the Iridian X Transformer. I feel like this one does way better in terms of that. So definitely check it out. DxO PhotoLab 5 Elite. You have to get the Elite version because the Essential version does not have deep prime, nor does it have the Fujifilm beta support for RAW files. And I have links down in the description below if you want to get a free trial or purchase it. There is going to be a promo code that is for limited availability, so jump on that if you can, especially if you're someone like me who deals with Fujifilm RAW files on a daily basis and can invest in some tools that help us really take our high ISO files to a kind of more like acceptable level, kind of like to, I don't want to start any arguments, but like, you know, full frame quality as far as the clarity goes. So let me know down in the comments, what did you think about the results here? And if you want to download and see some high resolution kind of like examples, I'm going to actually export all these example files so you guys can download them and check it out, see for yourself at full resolution and compare if it's really worth it to buy this software for yourself. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you loved it, subscribe for more Fujifilm or photography content every single week. And if that's too long, please follow me on Instagram for more tips, tricks, and tutorials every single day at ReggieBPhoto. That's it for me. Remember to get out, go shoot, and I'll catch you all in the next one.